Hi everyone, I had to do a video for you on this brand new brush collection from Rephr brushes. This is the Shodo collection. I have been sitting on these brushes for what feels like forever. I was lucky enough to try some of the prototypes before they brought them to market, and I got to work on the campaign for these brushes. So if you want to see them in action and you want to see some of the content that we shot for the campaign, I will link you to the Rephr website and you can check out some of the videos we shot. And I'm sure you're going to see some of this stuff on social media in the next couple of days as well. If you're not familiar with Rephr brushes, I would say easily best quality for price in terms of brushes that are available right now on the market. I've been using Rephr brushes for 5 or 6 years since the company started. It feels like it's longer, but I think they're about 5 or 6 years old. With these brushes, they're using a brush making technique that's been adapted from Japanese calligraphy brushes. And if you're familiar with calligraphy artists, they can change the brush stroke by engaging different parts of the brush. And that's one of the amazing things about these brushes because it makes them very versatile. But I do want to talk to you about the shapes of these brushes and how they're made so that you can better understand how to use them, because I think if you're a makeup artist, you're probably very accustomed to using brushes in a certain way. And if you're familiar with the Rephr brushes, you're going to be handling them a specific way. But with these brushes, the way they are made, you can kind of use them in different ways. It makes them very versatile. And this set of 3, easily you can do any eye makeup look you want with these brushes. And in some cases, one of these is all you would need to do a full makeup look if you're someone that does look similar to the type of work that I do. The first thing that you can see with these brushes, I'm hoping that you can pick up that as you get to the tip of the brush becomes less dense and they kind of come to a very soft point. So with this brush construction, that means if you're looking for a soft diffused look, you're gonna use the middle part of the brush or engage the middle part of the brush. And that just means holding the brush more parallel. And if you want to make use of the tip of the brush for more precision application, you're going to hold the brush closer to a 90-degree angle so that you can use that precision tip. Since I got these brushes in my kit, which has I think been for a couple months now, I have been gravitating to them more and more because I find with the type of work that I do, I'm really leaning towards brushes that are smaller, more precise with the application because I work primarily doing natural makeup looks. That doesn't mean you can't do more bold looks or more dramatic looks with these. It just means that if you are more particular and precise with your eye makeup application, whether you're doing natural or more dramatic looks, I think these brushes might appeal to you. For me, sometimes as well, I have to work so quickly. On any given job, I'm given between 20 and 30 minutes for a makeup application. So sometimes I just need one brush to get everything on there. Let me give you some details about each brush in this collection. The Shodo 00 to me is the closest thing to an all-purpose brush. If you're familiar with the 01 Rephr brush, that one is extremely versatile. And if you don't have that in your kit, you should get one and maybe order a couple. I use a ton of that brush in my kit. The 00 is going to resemble the Rephr 01 brush the most closely out of this collection. So you can do a lot of different things with these. The 00, the shape of this is very interesting. It's a little more flat than the other 2 brushes in the collection. The other 2 brushes in the collection are more rounded. All 3 of the brushes in the collection do come to more of a finer point, I'll say. It's not a literal point, but it just comes to a more precise edge. So when you load on your powders, you're going to be able to get that diffused look all over the lid. And then when you engage the tip of the brush, you'll be able to layer eyeshadow on. You'll be able to be more precise in terms of where you're applying that shadow. So for me, the 00, I get my base shadow on. I can use it for highlighter. I can go in and contour if I want. I can go into my lash line with one brush. And this is also a great brush to use for highlighter if you want. You can use these with powders or creams, but what you have to remember is with these brushes, they're not going to have the same density all the way through the brush, and they lose their density closer to the tip of the brush. That's how you get that nice precision. So when you load it with cream and you put weight on the bristles, it's really going to collapse the brush. These brushes will end up being smaller than they look if you weigh them down with creams. So just a heads up on that. The 00 is going to be the multitasker. This is the one I easily reach for the most, and I think you'll find that too. Now the 02, this is probably my second most used brush in the collection because I love to work in small areas for myself and also for my clients. The 02 brush is a really great addition to the collection, and I'm glad they have this one in there because this is your detail brush and it's amazing for blending shadow into the lash line, kind of really softly defining the contour of the eye. It's great for going in with highlighter. You can do highlighter on the face as well, on the Cupid's bow. You just get more precision and you still can get that very soft, diffused look when you engage the middle of the brush with this. Where I find myself reaching for this is when I'm doing eye makeup looks where I just need a very soft definition along the lash line and I'm slowly building up intensity with my eyeshadow looks. I'll reach for the 02. The Shodo 03, this is going to be a really good option for a blending brush. So I find for me, I'm often blending out my shadows with this one. And because of the shape of the brush, I can use this all over the lid, under the brow, on the cheekbone if I want, but I can engage the tip of the brush, holding it more at a 90-degree angle to the face and really get in and soften things in smaller areas of the eye without having to switch to a smaller brush. That's the benefit of these brushes. The design of these brushes really makes them very versatile, and I hope you will give these a shot. I have absolutely fallen in love with these brushes, and if you're somebody that applies makeup on camera for a brand or for your content, I think you will find these brushes a huge asset in your kit. What is great about these is that the shadow application can be more controlled, so you're not just dusting powder everywhere, tons of fallout. The campaign I was on yesterday, we couldn't really risk having a lot of fallout on the skin. We had to keep the skin intact for a couple different makeup looks. So the first brushes I reached for were the Shodo collection. Just because of the design, you just get more control. You're not dusting shadow everywhere, and I can flip the brush and use it at a different angle to get more precision, which is what I need when I'm doing stuff on camera. So if you are somebody that is applying makeup on camera, I think just as a bonus, these brushes are going to be amazing for you. If you have any questions about these brushes, put them in the comments. I have worked a ton with these brushes. I know them very, very well. I'm happy to answer any questions you have. I will link you to the Shodo collection. If you are not familiar with Rephr, get familiar with Rephr. They do this amazing thing on their site where they have what's called a concept store, and the brushes and other items that they sell in the concept store are made available at a significant discount so that they can get feedback on these items from people that are purchasing. Check out the entire site, check out the Shodo collection, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.